Hello and welcome to session 5 of the Motivation, Ambition and Resilience pathway of your PDE curriculum. In today's session we're going to think about how we can use our passions as a motivator to work hard and to help us succeed. Before we do this, I'd like to quickly recap what happened in the last session in case you've forgotten or you weren't in school. So firstly, we watched Martin Ashton try a number of sports and essentially fail at all of them. We discussed the statement, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and decided whether we agreed or disagreed with it. Lastly, we considered whether or not Martin Ashton lacked resilience for failing so many times with the different sports he had tried. Now, here's the final part of Martin Ashton's story. I hope you enjoy it.
Since my accident, I was never able to get bike riding out of my mind. I was looking for where I would find use for my skill set, but I'd always presumed bike riding would be there. I didn't really know how, but I knew I'd want to do it. And the problem was no one was doing it. No one was riding two-wheeled mountain bikes who was paralysed, and it just wasn't happening. So I got to thinking how I could do it, and I found the answer watching the Sochi Paralympics. I don't know if you've ever seen these sit ski races. They've got like a single ski, and then they're in this kind of bucket seat, and they go absolutely howling down snowy mountains with like these crutches on either side, with little skis on the end. And I was watching that and I thought, wow, why hasn't anyone ever put one of those seats on a mountain bike? Like that's what I need. I need something to really hold me securely on the bike. And then once I'm rolling, we're golden. It'll be great. And I started asking some people in the industry, could I get this done? And some of them were like, yeah, Martin, we could do that. And then other people were like, hang on a minute. Like you need to sort of be able to pedal, to keep momentum and obviously, stability and stuff like that, valid points. And I thought, well, no, actually, because all you need is a hill and then gravity is like free energy. It's so eco. It's just like, let's go. I'm sure it's worked. They also said something about stopping. I was like, yeah, we'll get to that. So, this is me, right, a year and a half after my accident, out with my friends on the top of a mountain, and I can't tell you how amazing this felt. To go riding with my mates, once I got rolling, it was incredible. What was incredible was the experience I had with my friends. It was just such a team effort. And getting out riding on the bikes, I had that kind of cheek ache for days afterwards because I'd smiled so hard. It was an amazing experience. And I got back riding, and that video we put out on the internet, right? And it got millions of views on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and that stuff. And there was so much noise. In fact, my phone, I was getting so many notifications, my phone's ding broke. When you get a notification, it goes ding, ding, it broke. I broke my phone. So I'm thinking, right, millions of views, right, that's what do you reckon? That's top 100, I'd say. I think I've made it into the top 100 paraplegics, it's my opinion. What's important from my story, I think, is that moment in the MRI scanner was really important for me, because who would have thought before that moment, seeing me with that injury, that some of the best days of me riding bikes were ahead of me. It wasn't the end of the career, it was just a change in it. And I have traveled the world since my accident. I've ridden in international events. I've rode iconic places that I would never have dreamed of going before, and had experiences on my bike that have just been incredible. And I don't think many people would have said that was coming, so I think there's an important message there. And I think it's that excitement and that energy that made that possible, because that's passion. That's when you're passionate about something and you want to get done, when you're passionate about things you want to do in your lives, and decisions you want to make. It's very easy to put up barricades of excuses and blockades of reasons why you can't, or make obstacles out of disabilities. But when you've got that passion and you've got that excitement and you let it come through and you let it steer you, you can just create a path around all those barriers, and you can achieve great things. And that is what I wish for all of you guys. Thanks very much.
In the final part of the video, we see Martin Ashton return to his initial love of mountain biking. Towards the end, he talks about having a passion, excitement and an inner energy that helped to create a pathway through his excuses and the obstacles that he faced. I think these things are really important to help you be successful in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. It's essential that you buy into it and you motivate yourself with whatever means possible. And so here's a few things to think about to try and help you. Firstly, it's very easy to use avoidance strategies and to choose the easier option. Try to recognise when you're doing this and challenge yourself to push on and reach greater things. Try to turn negative thoughts and negative situations into positive ones, just like we discussed in session 3. Be inspired by other people, have your role models, but ultimately understand that you're in control of your actions. Nobody's going to do it for you. You have to do it because you want to change and you want to improve yourself. Don't forget to reward yourself for overcoming difficulties and recognise your successes, no matter how small they are. And lastly, use the things that you are passionate about to support you and motivate you. That might be asking your friends or your family for advice, or simply rewarding yourself by having a game on your console of choice for achieving your set goal. So, your final reflection task is to look back at session 1 and remind yourself of the 3 things that you wanted to work on. Are these things still the same now? Have you improved any of them? Or is there any that you simply want to change? What I'd like you to do is write down an action plan on how you can improve each of these areas. Consider what difficulties you might face along the way, how you're going to overcome them and how you're going to keep yourself motivated, and think about who might be able to help you with achieving your goal. I'd like your tutor to pause the video here and give you all the opportunity to discuss and write these things down. Once again, thank you for listening, and I really hope that you've enjoyed the PDE sessions.